first met him when I was a student at A&T State University, and he was a student at Winston-Salem State University. And on Saturday, the fellows from Winston-Salem State would come to A&T campus to look for women.
They didn't have a lot of women, girls at Winston-Salem State, so we decided to go to A&T.
I was impressed. He seemed to be a nice, clean-cut young man.
You know, I swear I met Betty. I think she was going to the dormitory. And I caught up with her. I couldn't see her in front, so I was just looking at her behind.
As it turned out, his mother and my mother knew each other.
At last, my love has come along. My lonely days are over. And life is like a song. Oh yeah. Woo. The big stuff. Oh yeah. Woo. The big stuff. The big stuff. Who do you think you are? It's the big stuff.
You know, I can trust her. She's a good mother. She's a good wife. If I had to do it again, I would marry Betty because she has brought out a lot in me. And I think of a few years, last 3 years being sick, how she has covered me and wanted to do so many different things trying to help me out. And I also go back years ago when I had to go into the Army, got drafted. I was taking care of my grandmama at the time, and I worried what I'm gonna do with her. And Betty came up to me one day and said, "She can live with me till you get out." And I thought that was very nice. That hit me hard for a young woman, because she wasn't about 20, 24, 25 then.
He is especially a family man, and he's a good provider, and he loves his children, and make sure they have everything they need. And of course, he looks out for me too. We look out for each other.
Never could have made it without you. I would have lost it all. But now I see how you were there for me, and I can say
there again, you have to keep depending on God, each other, and keep your children in church as much as you can, because it's going to rub off on them. And also support them when they are trying to achieve things, because they're going to have ups and downs, and you just need to be there for when they fall to help them get up. When they succeed, help them along and pat them on the back, show them you appreciate what they are doing and how proud you are of them.
Much better.
You have to work with them. And remember that no two children are the same. Each has individual personalities, and each gonna have individual wants and needs.
You have to really, really love your children. You're gonna do everything you can to make their life better than our life when we was coming along. So we emphasize getting your education and also being involved in church activities. And you didn't need a whole lot of friends either, just everybody said they're your friend or not your friend.
Oh, I can't even imagine. Oh, no.
Believing in God, give and take. We've had our ups and downs, trust me. But the ups have outnumbered the downs. And again, we have to depend on God for everything. There has to be some, like I said, give and take, forgiveness, and lots of prayer.
So brand
Depend on one another. Keep God first in your marriage. Don't listen to advice from a whole lot of people who don't know what they're talking about, that have never been through it. Because no two marriages are the same. But you really do have to keep God
loving
first.
you forever is what I need. Let me be the one you come running to. I'll never be untrue. Oh, baby, let's stay together, loving you weather times are good or bad, happy or sad.
Being honest with each other, with love and understanding, and although there's gonna be some disagreement sometimes, but we overcome. The best thing to do if you have arguments of being married, the best way to deal with that, don't go to bed with that angry on your mind, because if you go to bed upset and angry, you wake up the next morning on your mind. You either try to settle it before you go to sleep with your wife.
Times are good, bad, happy or sad. Come on,